Transferring title in Alberta. I'm not talking about purchases and sales here, but I'm talking where you want to transfer title either to a family member, to a sibling, to a parent, or just add somebody on to you instead of just a full transfer. The process is quick, it's easy. Unfortunately, the Alberta land titles fees have increased in recent years, and so it's more expensive, but still less than many provinces, if not all the provinces. Process-wise, you could go down to land titles and do yourself, but there are some risks to that because we've seen people mess it up, and then it makes it very difficult after someone passes away or if they try and sell. But more important, the cost of having a lawyer do it is relatively low. Maybe it costs you a couple $100. The land title fees are going to be the same either way, but you save yourself the headache of going to downtown, paying for parking, and dealing with all that stuff to get it done. When you do a transfer of land, we're going to set out who the parties are going to be who own it, what their addresses are. The cost of transferring title is going to be based on the value of the property. And so process-wise, again, quick, easy, simple. There's sometimes you want to be cautious though. So for instance, if you add someone to title for, let's say, avoiding probate, know in advance that the cost of probate, the government fees in Alberta, aren't a percentage of the home. They cap out right now at about $600, just under $600. And in most instances, we can use a new online system for doing your probate, and it's set up so that lawyers can really access the courts quickly, and it's only taking 2 or 3 weeks instead of like 3 or 4 months. And so in that case, you're going to save yourself a lot of headache because sometimes things happen. If you add someone to title, whether for that reason or probate or to avoid dower, or you're going through a divorce, then you run the risk of that person not giving you the house back. Let's say they get mad about something, or you run the risk of if they have a debt and then someone comes after them, or maybe that person now can't buy their own home because they can't qualify for a mortgage. And speaking of mortgages, before you transfer property to title, it's really important for you to contact your lender. There is what is called a due on sale clause. Your mortgage becomes instantly due once you sell the home. So the names on the title change. The bank could call in the loan. It's better to go to them, ask permission, get their consent, and then do the transfer. We as lawyers, we don't require it, but we will always remind you that if you don't do this, there can be some very serious consequences, and we don't want you to have that problem. We want this to be quick and easy, and for you to make an informed choice so that your title reflects how you want it.